Dear children, in this session we are going to see about the poem Wind from the unit 2. Before going to this poem, let us discuss about the author for this poem. Okay. The famous Subramanya Bharati is the author for this poem Wind. He is the poet. Okay. Subramanya Bharati is considered as a prominent writer and poet in the Tamil literary world. He was also a journalist and an independence activist. He was regarded as the father of the modern Tamil style of writing. Chinnaswamy Subramanya Bharati, also known as Bharatiyar, was a Tamil writer, poet, journalist, Indian independence activist, and a social reformer, popularly known as Mahakavi Bharati. He was a pioneer of modern Tamil poetry and is considered one of the greatest Tamil literary figures of all time. The theme of the poem. The present poetry piece, Wind, has been composed by Subramanya Bharati, and this poem consists of a total of 23 lines. These lines are not separated into stanzas. Here they are divided into meaningful segments for ease of comprehension, and Subramanya Bharati has drawn the living picture of wind which makes fun of the weak people or things. Now let's read the poem. Wind. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lips, crumbling hearts. The wind, God winnows and crushes them all. In these lines, the poet is talking to the wind and he asks the winds to come softly. Poet also says that wind should not be strong and it should come delicately and softly. Then he describes that powerful wind is destructive and it breaks the shutters and windows and scatters the paper. Moreover, when the wind is very powerful, then it takes down the books from the shelves. After that, he asks the wind to look at the damage it has caused. So the poet asks the wind to come softly and do not break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers like that. He is asking, the poet is asking to the wind. Next, the poet tells wind what it has done. It threw all the books down, tore the pages of the books, and also brought the rain again. So, in these lines, the poet is telling how wind destroys the weak. Books are weak, and hence wind threw them off the shelf and also tore their papers. See the last 5 lines. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. The poet says that wind is very clever as it makes fun of weaklings. Weaklings means a person who is weak. Okay. See in that line, poking fun is there. Poking fun means making fun of something. What the poet is trying to say, the wind is very clever and it is poking fun at weaklings. Those who are a weak person, so with them it's doing fun. In these lines, the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles the face of strong wind. See, crumbling means falling or to cause something to break. See the picture. This is called crumbling doors. Okay. The next one is rafter. Rafter means sloping beam which support the roof of the building. Look at this picture. Crumbling rafter means see the roof. Roof has damaged. So this is called a crumbling rafter. Okay. So the poet is saying that when wind is very powerful, it is very strong. It leads to breakage of everything. Houses which are weak fall, doors which are weak fall. And the beams on which the roof of the buildings are supported, they also fall. All the wooden structures fall. All bodies of people fall. Animals, lives, hearts. So he is saying that everything crumbles, everything that is weak reacts by falling down and breaking in the face of adversity. So the poet is saying that whenever a weak person faces any adversity or challenge in life, he breaks down and falls. See the last line, the wind god winnows and crushes them all. In this line, the poet is addressing to wind as a wind god. And he is saying that the powerful god of wind winnows. That means he sifts all the people, and those people who are weak fall down and get crushed. So here a comparison is made between wheat and people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grains from chaff, the wind God separates the strong people from the weak people. When there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak fall and get crushed. Look at this picture. This is called winnows. Winnows means to broke grain free of chaff, separate grain from husk by blowing on it. This is called winnows. So the poet describes who is crushed in the wind. According to him, all the weak things become victims of mighty wind god. Okay. Then see the next lines. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's joint the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We prize him every day. Here he is referred to wind. In these lines, the poet describes that the poet wants us to make friends with the wind, the adversities in our lives. He says that the problems will not listen to us, they will come, so we should be prepared. In preparation, we should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get into. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face these challenges. And then once we are strong enough, all the challenges will be like friends. We will not feel that they are troublesome. Look at the last four lines. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We prize him every day. In the last four lines, the poet has kept the wind on a pedestal. He is comparing the wind to God. He says that wind is God and we prize wind every day. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of the strong wind. And all the things that are strong flourish here. Flourish means grow and grow to become stronger. Subramanya Bharati suggests us to build strong houses and strong doors. We must be healthy physically and mentally. It will help the wind to be friend. To sum up the poem, people with strong physique and mind are able to stand and face odds or obstacles of life. Children, the poet teaches us how we should stand against our oppressors. In the poem, he presents the wind god who destroys everything weak. He wonders why the mighty god is fond of poking fun only with the weak. So, the poet therefore advises the weak to make them strong. He suggests them to be strong physically and mentally. Actually, the wind is the symbol of difficulties or obstacles that humans have to face for their survival. That's all about this poem, children. Now let's look at the literary device which was used in the poem. Literary devices in the poem. Rhyme scheme. The entire poem is written in free verses. There is no rhyme scheme in the poem. The literary devices used are as follows. The first one is anaphora. Anaphora means what? When a word is repeated at the start of two or more consecutive lines. See, it is the device of anaphora. Lines 2, 3, 4 begin with don't, and lines 6, 7, 8 begin with you. See in this poem lines, look at these lines. Don't break the shutters, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down these lines, and you tore the pages, you brought rain, you are very clear. So these are the lines are called anaphora. Okay. See, the next device is personification. Personification means wind has been personified. When the poet says you are, he is referring to wind as you. So that means he is treating wind as a person. So this is called personification. Then see the next device, that is a repetition. Repetition here, crumbling is repeated many times to lay emphasis. The poet wants to say that the wind crushes everything that is weak. That is why he repeats the word crumbling. So this is called the repetition device which is used in the poem. See this poem lines. Crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. So the word crumbling is repeating. So this is called repetition. Next device is symbolism. Symbolism means that the thing refers to some other thing. The wind is a symbol. It refers to the challenges in life. He is using wind as a symbol for the adversities in our life. So that's all about this poetic device. I hope you understood this poem. If you like this video, subscribe this channel and click the bell icon for the upcoming videos. We'll meet you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.